Hello, this is G Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Bravely Default! Let's go take out Dr. Kata, or Savmaker Kata. One thing I've done since last time was I decided to put Tiz back on the Falcon knives instead of the Gale bow, and I'll explain that in just a moment here.
Curses! After all the glory I brought them, he packed me off to the boondocks to patch up wounded soldiers.
I would think you would want to stick around here.
If anyone deserves credit, it's you, Dr. Kata. You treat not only your wounded allies, but the wounded shield bearers who fought against you.
So, are you keeping them as prisoners of war?
I have to admire you for that.
Dude?
You are somewhat misguided.
What are those things on your belt? Plasma grenades?
Can you not understand that I need as many live bodies as possible for my experiments? I cannot simply use wounded allies as specimens, can I?
Why not? I thought you didn't care.
It is far cheaper and more efficient to use captured enemies. Do you not agree?
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
We heard what you had to say for yourself.
Hey, dude.
What? Who goes there?
How's it going?
My name is Edea Lee.
Shouldn't you know?
Edea Lee? You can't mean you're the Grand Marshal's daughter?
He's coming for you.
We must put an end to him now!
Well, that's one way to skip the chase.
Of course!
For boss time! I like the sound effect that it makes when he lands, like, boing. I never noticed that before. Okay, so, the first thing I want to do is get Prayer, and I want to try and steal 2 Dragon Fangs from him. And part of the reason why I've equipped the Falcon Knives on Tiz there is because I actually don't want to damage Kata in the first round. So I'm not going to have Edea do anything with that, like with the, what do I usually use? Chi-Gun Wave there. So instead, I'm just going to have Edea do all the buffing in the first round, and she can buff up everyone's speed too. And part of the reason why I want to do that is because Kata has, I think it's called Dark Breath, or whatever that attack is called, that deals damage based on your current HP minus, or no, your max HP minus your current HP, or his. You know what I mean. Depending on the amount of damage I've dealt to Kata, he could deal max damage to us in one shot. And I don't want to do that. So I don't want to even give him the chance to take damage and then be able to hit us with Dark Breath. So yeah, it's based on his max HP minus his current HP, and at this point, he's at max, so even if he tried to use it, nothing would happen. So what I want to do is take him down in one round, and with this we should be able to do it. Fortunately, Kata does not have more HP than I can deal in a single round. Another nice thing about using Love Rush there is it boosts everyone's speed, so I can guarantee that all my party members are going to act before the enemy does. Maybe that's something I should do more often. Because sometimes I can't quite get my speed high enough to guarantee acting before they do. I've heard some of the Asterisk bosses have like a hidden speed 20% up passive ability, but since we can't actually see that without like hacking the game or going into the code or something, we can't really know that. But there are times when I wonder about that, when they have a lot more speed than they would appear to have.
No, it cannot end here. I have left so many experiments undone.
Maybe you shouldn't have tried to kill us then.
My toxins could kill you in seconds.
Then why didn't you use them? Damn. Now I gotta wait for him to wake up. Well, let's get out of here anyway. You actually don't have to leave this place in order to get Kami-Izumi to show up in this chapter, oddly enough. But I'm gonna do that anyway, because I like seeing Kata get stabbed in the back repeatedly. Good thing you used that re-raise on you, or whatever the compound is for that.
That was close. I made the right call drinking that concoction to fake my death. It seems the Vestal was convinced of my demise.
Maybe we should take off your head next time.
The world is indeed full of fools. Now, it is time I left this wretched place.
Where are you gonna run? Well, I suppose you do have airships here.
So you flee again, do you?
What do you mean, again?
But of course, I do what I must to survive. By any means necessary.
Well, I can understand that.
As long as I survive, I am confident my fortunes will be reversed.
Kind of being reminded of Lord DeRosso.
After all, who but I can create weapons with the power to kill tens of thousands in one fell blow?
Yeah, no one can beat your numbers. Now you're just talking crazy.
And once I am ready, I will obliterate you all! The sword bearers and shield bearers, the Vestal, and even the Black Blades! And then, the world shall be...
Dead?
Mine?
Not the world of the living.
Always good to see Kata get his comeuppance. But, okay, so yeah, you can see on the map, unlike Chapter 5, Kami-Izumi is available here right now, before awakening the Fire Crystal for some reason. I don't know why they made that change, but, well, I suppose that's good for us. And I'm not going to switch to my random battle setup yet. It's pretty much a straight shot to the top. You could actually go all the way up there right now if you want, or, well, before seeing that cutscene with Kata being killed off there. And, yeah, you could fight Kami-Izumi right away. And I don't think anything really changes. You don't get the cutscene with him killing Kata when you leave. Yeah, you just leave and that's it. You never hear from him again, I guess. And if you didn't see what you got in that chest there, that's just the Muramasa katana. Nothing that I'm really going to use, but it's available. We might as well collect it. I'd still use Hellfire with Ringabel. Yeah, Energy Burst doesn't deal quite enough damage to kill all the enemies by itself there. So yeah, I would just stick to Hellfire. Just make sure to keep an eye on his MP, but I've got more Turbo Ethers than I'll ever use for the rest of the game. Okay, so let's see. Before moving upward, let's see. I'm still going to want to steal some stuff, so I'm going to leave Tis as is, I believe. Let me see. Although, yeah, you know what? Let's give him the Gale Bow. Well... No, let's leave it as is. I'm not gonna want... This fight is basically the same as before. With, dealing with counterattacks and things like that. Let's see. Okay, you guys are good there. Okay, yeah, let's head on up there, then. Hey, how's it going?
It has all been in vain. The war we started in this realm.
Well, we haven't awakened the fire crystal yet.
The deaths of both ally and foe. And the demise of the fire vestal. Do you not think so? You who resemble a disciple I once favored.
How does everyone seem to know that we're from, like, a parallel world or universe or whatever? I don't recall the angel ever saying anything about that.
Then there is nothing left to be said. I shall let my faithful blade do the talking.
Sounds good to me. For boss time. Against Sword Master Kamiazumi himself. Okay, so let's see. First thing I want to do is try to steal from him. I would rather not attack him in the first round if it's not absolutely necessary, because he might be able to counterattack before I can get my defenses set up. And chances are, even if I was... I forget what I was going with that. But yeah, let's, yeah, chances are, even if I did attack him, or even if I did try to debuff him to reduce his damage and maybe buff my own party members, chances are he would still be able to kill us anyway, because his counterattacks just have ridiculous multipliers on it. Yep. What can I say? Well, so much for that idea. Yeah, so know thine enemy, that allows him to counterattack even if I'm not attacking him. How does that even work? But, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to, try the buffing again, huh? Okay, so let's see. With Ringabel, I'm going to have him do the reviving here, since I could also have him do the healing as well. So let's see. Phoenix down, and a good white wind there. Okay, and then, let's see. If I go with an Earthquake, and he counterattacks, I'm going to want to use Rampart after that. And then we can do the rest here. Okay, so I'm hoping that Edea will act after Ringabel there, and she probably should act before Ringabel, and then just one attack. I don't want to attack him any more than that, because he will kill you if you attack him more than that. Although, it seems like he's going into Pissy Boss mode rather early, but so much the better for us. Okay, let's see, what do you do? Nuts. Well, at least we only lost one party member, and not Agnès, thank goodness. Okay, so, let's see. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to kill him this round. Normally, I would not go all out like this to kill him this quickly, because he might be able to counterattack. But since he's in negative BP for the foreseeable future, I'm not... Well, yeah, he can't counterattack. I don't think he has that innate counterattack ability that the Sword Master job class, I think that's what it has. I'm not exactly sure, because I've never really used the job class outside of, like free lunch or whatever that MP equals 0 ability does. Or MP cost equals 0. Maybe I'm thinking of another ability. But alright, yeah, let's get everyone up to full BP, and this will be the last chance for us to do whatever we want and get away with it. So yeah, I stole whatever those katanas were from him, Kikuichimanji, whatever that was. And those itself are pretty good money. Whoa, I'm getting pretty light on MP there for Ringabel. In fact, I can't even get that 4th Earthquake to happen. But he'll probably be dead by the time it actually happens. So, yeah, I'm not going to bother correcting him. the commands I put in for Ringabel. There we go! Well, usually he doesn't go into negative BP that early, but... So if he doesn't, I would only attack him once per character per round, except for Ringabel, because he could go, like, Earthquake, Rampart, or, well, he could go Earthquake, Kamiyazumi would counterattack, then Ringabel could set up Rampart again, and then use another Earthquake after that. So even if he counterattacks him multiple times, he could get away with more attacks. But for some reason, yeah, that's all we get out of Kamiyazumi here. Wow, that was quick. Oh, I had teleport with, what was it? With Agnès there, but, whatever. I've done everything we need to do here, and I do need to switch to my random battle setup. So, yeah, let me see what we got here. Yeah, you know what? This is going to take a little while for me to fully change my setup. So I'm going to take a moment to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, all set and ready to go. So, actually, hold on. Let's pilot myself, because I actually want it to become nighttime soon, or at least as soon as possible. Okay, so the next place I want to go to is Grap Keep here, because they do have a blue chest here for us to get. Should be a quick in and out. It's pretty easy to get through. Yeah, it's right there. And now, the way I have my party set up, now I can afford to have Ringabel use energy... Is it energy burst or energy blast? I don't remember, but we did get a pretty good piece of armor. Okay, I'm gonna look this up, because this is really bothering my OCD. Okay, it's at the bottom. Energy burst. Okay, yeah. Now I can afford to have him use that, since I've got my entire party set up for dealing with random battles now. Whereas before I was using, like, basically just my boss setup with very minor alterations made to it. So now I've got Agnès on Pierce Magic Defense. I could have her cast Faraga. Or I could, well, I also have, Edea, also with Acrobatics there for Crescent Moon. So between all of that, I can deal with the enemies without using too much MP. And what I'm doing here is I actually want to wait until nighttime, because a couple of you guys saying, well, after the incident in the previous episode, something changes around here at nighttime by the other grand ship. So, okay, yeah, you can see in the foreground there, it's becoming nighttime. Or at least dusk. You can tell, well, now we can really tell by the background, but also you can tell by the lack of music out here. Why is that music here? I'm not feeling alright with this. Oh. Yeah, I guess so. She has him memorized, or mesmerized, or memorized. That might work too. I thought you were going to give up your career. Well, I guess she is like a siren in a manner of speaking. Oh, good for you guys. I'm happy you're happy. Oh, yeah. Oh, good for you. Screw this. I'm out of here. Is there something over here? No? Okay. I thought there was something in the gap between the plants there. Get me out of here before it's too late! So yeah, after you defeat Praline, yeah, she shows up there. So, yeah, I didn't know about that. Thanks for letting me know about that, viewers. Okay, so now, let's see. We did everything at Grap Keep there. So, yeah, the only thing left to do in Eisenburg is go to the Temple of Fire. So let's see, where is that? We got to get through the Mithril Mines. And I'm still stealing from the skeleton enemies because they've got that equipment that sells for really, really good money. And I've got nothing else to do anyway. At least for Tiz. The rest of my party members can take care of my damage needs. But where'd all those skeletons go? I'm gonna get into a battle in one step, aren't I? Oh. Wow, that took longer for me to get into a random battle than I thought. But at least I'm still getting them, and we get the Genji gloves. Do they let you equip 2 weapons at once? No. No, that's another game. In this case, it's like Final Fantasy IV. It's just raw defense, magic defense, that's it. For like a... Well, anyone can equip them, really. I was going to say like a knight-type character, but no. Oh! Whoa. Okay. Before going up there, just to ensure my survival... Yeah, let's get Dungeon Master going here. I don't need all that speed anyway. The enemies around here are different than in the mines. Or I could be wrong. Maybe that's not until the second half of the dungeon, like before. I thought I remember encountering new enemies on this screen, but then again, I usually just make a mad dash for the temple. But alright, yeah, the blue chest here, pretty quick and easy. And again, just raw defense, magic defense, but that is for heavy armor type characters. Okay, so let's just go back to the start of this place, and then go to the left there. So yeah, usually I don't get into random encounters on this screen. Yeah, I can just get straight over here, and then get random battles after one step. Why is it that my encounter rate always spikes after a screen transition? What do you think this is, Dragon Warrior 2? I think Dragon Warrior 3 did that also. Though that was intentional. Alright, and after that battle, I rearranged my party back in the usual boss setup. I don't think there's anything too special here. Yeah, basically the same thing that I always need. Oh, how's our MP looking? Okay, we're good. I had to use Tornado a few times with Ringabel against some of those flame moths or whatever they were called.
This crystal has also reverted.
Yeah, I know. They've all reverted.
Wait,
Another...
here they come!
For boss time! Okay, so, same thing as usual. This guy has, yeah, the shield going on there, so we need to focus on attacks that pierce physical or magic defense. I could do that with Agnès, but then I wouldn't be able to build up my BP, because I wouldn't have group cast all. So instead, I'll just have everyone else do the heavy lifting here. Whoop! Damn it. I need that blood sword there so I can hit max damage. So with the sword magic drain and the drain attack up there. Okay, yeah, let's get Rampart going just in case this guy gets a little rambunctious. Actually, you know what? I only need 3 actions for Edea because there's no point in using Chicken Wave because that doesn't pierce physical defense. That only pierces the fall, which is very different. Whoa, slow down there, Tiz. Let's see, I think Chogmar only has, like, bomb arms to steal. Nothing extraordinary there. Okay, now we can fast forward! A little bit there. Okay, and yeah, I don't even need to build up my BP anymore, so Agnès, you can take a break. Job well done. Let's see, I'm going to use... Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. Yeah, I want to use Fireball with Ringabel because that also pierces physical defense. And yeah, I can only get 3 hits of pressure point with Edea since I don't have BP limits up on her. Yeah, that might have been nice to get for her, but man, that would just take way too long with a really, really slow job class from the Templar. Didn't really look like much of a ball of fire to me, but okay. Goodness gracious. Well, almost done with Time Mage for Agnès. And that'll be the last of the grinding, or the JP that I might care about.
Hurry up and awaken the crystal before we are beset by more beasts! Of course.
Or giant brains.
I'm ready, Eri.
Same as usual?
I'm sure you have the hang of it, but if there's anything you'd like to go over again, just ask.
No, I think I know what I'm doing.
Time to get started, Agnès. Are you ready?
Yes. Let us begin.
Wait, may I ask you something, Agnès?
Did you have to ask, like, right now? Could you wait, like, 2 minutes?
More questions?
What are the crystals? Are they really born of the Vestals?
I thought they were around before that.
Now's not the time for a lesson on crystal lore.
I've never heard the full story either. I'd like to know.
Let's save it for after we awaken.
The crystals are not born of the Vestals, nor are they creations of the Orthodoxy.
Well, then, how did they come into existence?
They existed long before human civilization arose. They turn hopes and prayers into energy that builds up within them. The Vestals, then...
Yes, I know that part.
Ringabel? You have that I'm in pain look again.
Uh-oh.
If the crystals thrive by storing the prayers of the faithful, what were they before they were objects of worship?
Well, they were just big rocks, I guess.
I cannot say. The scriptures say not of such a time.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Do you know, Eri?
The crystals have always been crystals.
Oh, okay. They didn't come into existence. They've always existed.
It's simply a matter of more and more people worshipping them.
The Templars spoke on this. The crystals should be overseen by one who looks out for the good of the people, he said.
Well, I don't think there's anyone in this world that would qualify for that job description.
Not some power-hungry cult that has rotted to its core. What exactly did he mean by that?
It's probably not important. He's probably just lying.
Huh? What's he talking about? Someone care to fill me in?
Weren't you around when we confronted Brave?
I fear I do not understand either.
No, it's... Never mind. Apologies for interrupting.
I mean, Brave did seem to know Eri was around, at least in the previous world. I mean, he did send Alternus to try and kill her for some nefarious reason, I'm sure. They have every reason to lie.
Not yet! Just a little longer!
Well, I just need to catch my breath, that's all.
More! Keep going!
You don't seem to exactly be getting used to this, Agnès, despite what the plot says.
Still not enough! You can do this!
Is there something in the middle of that crystal there where the light is coming from?
Stop! That's it!
It's probably my imagination. But, alright, we got it! Hooray! Whoa. Wonder why awakening the crystals has that effect on Ringabel. Is that a number 6 on her rings?
And after you'd come so far, a pity.
What happened?
I'm sorry.
Dude?
Forgive me. Sorry. She lives, but I failed to protect her.
Well, she's still alive now.
No!
I wonder why the pattern on her wings changed like that. It's probably not important.
Can you hear me? Ringabel!
Are you okay?
Ringabel!
We're actually having decent plot development going on. No! No! Take it away! Keep giving me more boss refights with no change in dialogue!
I'm sorry. Everyone, I couldn't. Forgive me.
What happened?
Feeling better, Ringabel?
Tiz, I remember everything now.
Oh, really?
Your memory is back? That's great news!
Hey!
I'm not so sure. But at least it all makes sense now.
What do you mean?
Will you tell me?
You're not gonna tell us, are you?
I am Alternus Dim, the Dark Knight.
Well, what do you mean? How's that possible?
I spoke before of my suspicions that we'd been transported to a parallel world. I've been seeing more and more glimpses of the past these last few days.
Right.
I remember crossing swords with you, Agnès and Edea, any number of times.
Huh, that's weird.
And I've witnessed firsthand your death at the hands of a horrible creature.
Whoa!
And it wasn't simply a dream?
No, a memory from a parallel world, most likely.
So,
Do you remember when we first met in Caldisla?
what about it?
Yes. In the world before last.
And what did the pattern on Ares' wings look like then?
Well, I wasn't paying attention to that.
It looks like the number 3 now, but in the previous world, it was a 4.
Oh.
Now that you mention it, how about the world before last?
It was a 5. I recall it clearly.
So that's why I was pointing that out to you, viewers.
It's decreasing?
What's it counting down to?
In my memory of you 3 getting killed, the pattern looked like the number 6.
And that means...
In short, I'm the Dark Knight from the world before your own.
Oh, okay.
I see. The pieces are starting to fall into place.
Are you gonna try and kill us now?
I don't want to believe it, but I think Eri really is... She's... I could only watch it happen. I couldn't do a thing.
Well, was Eri all right? I mean, evidently she survived.
Ring a bell.
I have a favor to ask, Tiz.
What's up?
Please tell Agnès what I just revealed to you.
But that doesn't really mean a whole lot right now.
Sometime, someplace where Eri isn't around. Will you do this for me?
But she's always around us.
All right. Of course.
Then you'll believe me?
I'm not sure what I'm believing about you, but okay. Well, I believe that you were Alternus from the previous world before we started.
The final temple. Listen, why don't we go speak with the sage first?
The sage? Whatever for?
Is the Vestal Garb in need of repair?
Sounds like a good idea. To the sages.
What?
Pay no attention to Ringabel's ramblings. He's just speaking nonsense. But oh, and we got more party chat. Well, I guess I'll go for a little extra length on today's episode so we can actually make a little actual plot progression. What a concept! He's always been acting strange. He's almost acting remotely normal! Yeah, probably just the headaches. I wouldn't worry about him. Ha ha. But then who's gonna pilot the thing? It doesn't exactly sound like the best plan. I wonder why Ares so eager to get rid of Ringabel anyway. Yeah, I'm sure she's just overreacting, that's all. Why are we back at Caldisla anyway? Oh, yeah, well, I was saying that we were in a parfait binge. What is it? Party chat, and then we got kind of sidetracked from there. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Now, at this point, if you actually tried to go to the Temple of Earth and awaken the Earth Crystal, you'd be blocked by an invisible plot wall. So instead, we would have to actually go talk to Yuliana. What are we going to talk to him about? Find out next time on Let's Play Bravely Default. This is H.G. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!